He has a lower body injury that he tweaked it in the game the other night with the day off yesterday. Didn't really have any issues. Come in this morning, felt that he'd try it before practice, skated before practice, and then when the team came out, he left. So we're still waiting for an assessment on what ails him, and we'll make a decision once we get that assessment.
Managing the neutral zone important for your hockey club moving forward against quick teams, obviously?
Yeah, it's one of the areas that if you don't control the neutral ice, your chances of winning the hockey game go down greatly. And what we're trying to do is try to limit time and space. And when you play a team like Detroit, they're a hockey club that likes to give and go and moves really well through the neutral ice. So we'll have to be on our toes.
Randy, I know maybe you don't enjoy goaltending questions all that much, but do you enjoy the idea of a goalie competition revving up early in this season with James
You guys
playing
are
well?
just relentless. Do you guys have any other questions to ask?
Just
Can
Mark.
you go to your
That many.
A or B book?
A or B?
Yeah.
The Bachelor in Canada.
The issue with goaltending, and I don't know if there's an issue, it's one that where you have two guys that are vying for the position, and you can only play one, and both of them have provided quality goaltending for our hockey club, and I think it's a nice luxury to have. So I don't know where there's any other issues other than we're happy to have both players playing at the top of their game.
You like the idea of being able to play back-to-back games against a team? It's something we used to see in the old days a little more than now.
I don't know. I don't really, look at anything other than the next one. So I look at this as 6 periods, not 2 games back-to-back. I look at it as 6 periods of hockey and focus on the first thing that we've got to do is we've got to present a good and a formidable game plan and play hard in our first period, get ourselves off to a good start.
Why do you think Clarkson, Santorelli, and Komarov mesh well together?
I just think at this point, we have 3 players that have never played together. I think bringing Leo back has injected some enthusiasm and physical presence there. I think with Clarkson, it's been kind of a reset, and we said that he was a better player than what he played to last year for our hockey club, and he'd agree. So we've found a guy in Santorelli that seems to be somewhat of a fit there. So it's the sum of the 3 parts that make up the quality of the line.
How do you gauge when you need to give a player a kick in the ass or whether he needs, encouragement? Like, how do you gauge that with
I think
personality?
a lot of that is feel and a lot of it's personality. And some people, some people take coaching as criticism, and other people take criticism as personal. And those things are things that you have to weigh and you have to measure when you're applying it. And sometimes you make mistakes when maybe the wrong time or the wrong setting when you do those things. We're all human. We all make mistakes, and those are things that you have to gauge. And with experience, I think those are learning curves for a coach.
Is more communication needed with today's player than maybe in the past? Yeah.
They want to know what's going on. They want a hand in what's going on. And in reality, if you can give the player more responsibility and give them what they want, then you can hold them accountable to what their wishes were.
Randy, Leo seems to be obviously a very popular guy in the dressing room, and a lot of the guys say he's really interesting. He plays the piano, he's in the finisher.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's what they tell me. On the road, he's in the lobby playing the piano. What stands out to you about him off the ice is interesting to you? Maybe
I just think he's a fun-loving guy. I think he's a guy that you don't have to be around very long to figure out that he's respected by his teammates both on and off the ice. But I think it starts on the ice. He plays hard. He goes into the dirty areas, and then he's got a personality that people gravitate to. He's a funny guy in his own way, and you try to make sure that he's front and center in some of the humorous things that do take place in your group.
Do you think Leo's improved with that year playing in the top line in the KHL last year?
I think he's much more confident. I think he's played, come back here, and I think there was no surprise for him coming back to the NHL. I think he's calmed down with the puck. I think that the year or just the experience here of being here before and playing at this level and playing in the playoffs has given him more confidence.
Apologize, Randy, I'm quadruple. What's his status?
We are having an assessment done. We felt it wasn't something that was too serious, but as always, when a player doesn't practice, he was out skating before practice, and then he left the ice, and that was the plan, to have him skate with by himself and then not join our group for today's practice. We're trying to set our sights on tomorrow.
The team announced a partnership yesterday with a massive analytics company. How does that trickle down to sort of on the ground here with what you do and what you tell the players?
Well, you know, there's this major shift into analytics, and it's grabbing a lot of headlines, and again, it's a tool. We take some of the information, and I think it takes a little bit more time for us specifically with this season to utilize some of the points that are brought to us, and we do use it. Simple as that. There's been information that's been supplied to us that's helped us, and we're going to continue to use it as a tool. And we think we'd be crazy not to. If there was no value in it, then, you know, in our minds there is value in it, so we're going to use it.
Is the shots against in the last game kind of the template for what you want to see defensively going forward?
I think, again, shots are only one thing. The quality of the shots, I think, if you look at, there was a couple of breakdowns where we gave the puck specifically away for breakaways. We turned the puck over in unforced situations. I think we want to eliminate all of those. So could we cut down on our shots the other night even more? That would be a better sign. I think it's the quality of the shot and where the scoring chances and how they're coming are as equally as important as the number of shots you're giving up.